You're also watching in TVC News at 7. Let's turn our attention to business. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Mr. Ahmed Musa Dangiwa, called on the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria to rapidly reform and innovate towards meeting Nigeria's housing shortfall through the delivery of affordable, decent and quality housing to Nigerians. Mr. Dangiwa spoke during the 2024 management retreat of FMBN held at Zuma Rock, Niger State. We have details in this report.
The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is Nigeria's foremost mortgage institution set up to promote affordable social housing through the provision of long-term credit facilities to mortgage institutions and the development of a viable secondary mortgage industry in Nigeria. Discussions at this year's management retreat put together by the bank is focused on transformation, innovation and improved leadership, which is expected to foster a new era of extensive housing development in Nigeria. The former managing director of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, who is now the Minister of Housing Development, assured the bank of support from the ministry to help deliver on its mandates to Nigerians.
We must see FMBN as a tool of service to Nigerians, as I said earlier. We must see our jobs, titles and salaries that we are paid as a recompense for the services that we offer to Nigerians. Ensure that we offer quality customer service to Nigerians in every point. As you are all aware, the task of our committee is to develop a robust framework for ensuring that housing agencies under the supervision of the ministry are optimized to deliver effectively on the renewal of vision for the provision of quality, decent and affordable homes for Nigerians.
We cannot rest on our oars. We need to do more, and we are ready to do more. We will be leveraging on transformational innovation to create a more inclusive, resilient, and sustainable housing sector in Nigeria. We will be fostering a culture of innovation within our organization and amongst our partners.
Industry players say the issue of collaboration through the multi-agency project delivery task team, fostering synergy among housing agencies to increase the national housing stock, must be well instituted at a time more than ever.
We know that we can use such monies better on projects that can pay for themselves, even if it's halfway. Then we should rethink it. We can't remain small forever. We have ambitions for our people to make their lives better. Investments in housing sector, in rail sector, in all of those are viable investments.
The leadership of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria and other staff have been challenged to support previous achievements, emphasizing the importance of quality customer service and problem-solving mechanism.
Now, the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria and MAN has expressed concern over the recent ban imposed on spirit drinks in sachets and PET bottles less than 200 milligrams. The Director General of the association, Mr. Segun Ajayi Kadri, made this known in Lagos while reacting to the ban directed by the National Agency for Food and Drugs Administration and Control. The DG said the ban is in line with an agreement reached by a tripartite committee set up in 2018 by the Federal Ministry of Health to stop the production of alcohol in sachets and PET bottles of less than 200 milligrams with effect January 31, 2024. The MAN Director General called for the ban to be reversed immediately and replaced with regulations and access control, such as the establishment of licensed liquor stores outlet by local government areas across the country.
The association is deeply concerned about the ban imposed on spirit drinks in sachet and PET bottles less than 200 ml. More disturbing is the fact that adequate consideration was not given to the impact of such move will have on the manufacturers, the workers, and the citizenry and the economy. Going down memory lane, the imposition by NAFDAC recently, what they want to achieve is to enforce what has lingered since 2018, when the agency raised a concern which the players, that's our members, addressed through research and campaign. The concern was not a problem created by the producers. Incidentally, it could be solved by collaboration amongst all stakeholders.
And let's take a look at the equities trading for today. The stock market recorded improved share prices after previous week's trade corrections. The index rose by 0.18%, helping to shore up prices in many sectors. The dull market values of some securities changed to positive territories. The major price gainer was Boa Food, which closed above 3%. Tana Oil, Charms, Ella Lakes, and Cornerstone Insurance are additional trade gainers. The low traders with losses included Access Holdings, FCNB, Coatis, ABC Transport, and Deep Capital. And now, European stocks opened higher earlier today, and world stocks were steady at their highest in more than 2 years as investors waited for U.S. inflation data due this week to give clues about when the U.S. Federal Reserve might cut rates. The S&P 500 rose above 500 or 5,000 points for the first time ever last week, boosted by tech stocks, and world equities have risen for 3 weeks straight, even though U.S. Treasury yields have edged higher recently as investors lower their expectations for how soon the Fed could cut rates. The pan-European stock 600 was up 0.3%, having held relatively steady in February, but gained 1.4% in January. London FTSE 100 was little changed, and the German DAX was up by 0.02%. And crude oil prices fell in early Asian trade today after Israel said it had concluded a series of strikes in southern Gaza, slightly easing concerns about supply from the Middle East. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude fell to around $76.26 per barrel, with a downward price margin of 0.78%. Brent crude futures also experienced a decline price review of 0.79% to sell at $81.54 per barrel, and Bonnie recorded an upward price margin of 0.68% to sell at $83.44 per barrel. And for the OPEC basket, crude oil dealers are offering $80.15 per barrel with an upward price review of 1.